we are moving on with point slope form. In our next learning target, you're going to be able to identify a point in the slope given the line. That's what you can do today. You can graph equations and identify parts of point slope form. So I do want you to write the original equation of point slope down. Y minus y's of 1 equals m times x minus x of 1. And then x of 1 comma y's of 1 is your point. That's the point you're given. Do you agree with that statement? Because it's y minus the y I'm given, that's that one, equals m, which is your slope, and x minus the x I'm given, right there. So x1, y1 is the original point. M is the slope. If it's plus, it means the value is going to be negative. If it's minus, it means the value is positive. And this is where most kids mess up, because it's kind of backwards. But you have to remember, the equation starts minus. The only way for this to turn positive is if the answer was negative. And it can't be, or I mean it can be negative, but just FYI. So these two very short problems, all I want you to do is be able to work backwards. Given the equation, now I want you to find the point and the slope. So this is my y. This is my x. Do you agree with that? Y minus the y I'm given is equal to my slope times x minus the x I'm given. So my x goes at the x spot. My y goes to the y spot. That looks kind of messy with that arrow there, but I just want to show you how I'm working through that. My slope is, you should easily be able to find your slope. It's what's in front. My slope is 1/4. I knew the points were positive because they were both minus signs. So see how that's minus? I know my x is, or my y is going to be positive. So you might want to reference this page of your notes today for your homework. Okay, again, now I'm working backwards. I'm given the equation. Now I need to work backwards and get the point and the slope. Remember, that should be the y you're given. This should be the x I'm given. Since it turned to plus, according to right here, it means that my y value is negative. So this is actually a -3. This is still minus. Minus means the value is actually positive. So my x is a +2. Please note, I heard someone just say it. Some kids are going to put this -3 there, but everything's all flipped around with this. Okay, don't put the -3 there. The -3 is the y. And my slope, -2/1. I'm putting that 1 on the bottom because we're going to get to graphing. You're going to have to graph today. 6 problems you're going to have to graph. And I'm going to have an equation in point slope form. You're going to have to pull the point out and use the slope to graph the line. Just like I said, graphing equations from point slope. Plot the given point, use slope to find the others. Okay, I do want you to maybe write the equation again up here. And I want you to write that this number is your y, this number is your x. If it's minus, it means positive from that front page. If it's plus, it means the y was negative. Okay, so again, I'm working backwards. this is my y, this is my x. According to the equation, point slope. Since it's plus 2, my x was actually negative 2. And that's going to take a while to get used to. Really just reference your notes. And it is minus, so that means my value is positive. So my y is 3. My slope, negative 2 over 1. It's really easy to graph once you get to this. The hard part is picking the point out. And trust me, I get it. It's hard. It can be very tricky. So now I plot the point. Plot the point. So x is negative 2. Y is 3. 1, 2, 3. And now use slope to find other points. My slope is down 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1. I can be done. That's how you graph the line. So you pull the point out and use the slope to find other points. Okay, again, we're pulling points out. It's like negative 2, that's my y. And this is positive 3. So you could say negative, or that's my y, that's my x. Since it turned to plus, it means my y was negative 2. And 3 is my x, because it stayed minus. My slope is what's in front. And now I graph. All I do to graph is plot the point, 3, negative 2. That's right there. And use the slope, up 1 over 3. Up 1 over 3 to graph more. Up 1 over 3. Up 1 over 1, 2, 3. There's my line.